Hello and welcome back to the channel. Steuben here, and today I'm bringing you something that yet you guys still ask for over and over and over again. The pink sleeves doesn't give it away yet. This guy right here, Darkrai VSTAR. People never stop asking for more. There's been a handful of comments in the old videos, hey, any chance you'd update this for the new format, so on and so forth. So yes, we're finally taking a look at Darkrai VSTAR again. Before we get to the deck list, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Pokemon TCG content, as well as whatever else might happen here in the future. Don't forget to also follow me over on Twitch for additional live streams, in addition to what we've got going on here. And of course, this past week's episode of the Gust of Wind podcast had none other than Frosted Caribou on it. If you haven't seen that already, check that out. Link up in the iCard up in the corner. And yeah, please enjoy. It's also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, all that. So yeah, let's get into the deck list. So slim down on this one. We're going to play a 2-2 Darkrai VSTAR line. Again, also with a camera angle, I'm recording this at work. They were mowing this morning at home. I live in an apartment complex, sue me. So it was super loud and I scrapped the video. We got 2 Vs, 2 VSTARs, 210 HP on the V, 2 retreat, 2 attacks, Wind of Darkness and Dark Void. Not really ever going to use those. And then 2 copies of Darkrai VSTAR, 270 HP with Dark Pulse. 30 plus, 30 times, all dark energy attached to all your Pokemon. And we've got the VSTAR power. Its ability, Star Abyss, grab 2 item cards and put them back from the discard pile into your hand. Pretty powerful. If you want more in depth on that card specifically, go check the old videos out. So to give it some life in this current format of Lost Box and all the shenanigans, we are actually going to dive into the realm of Galarian Weezing. So we've got 4 copies of Coughing. Start with the attack Ascension. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it. Then shuffle your deck. So you can ascend right into the Galarian Weezing. We're playing 3 copies of the Neutralizing Gas Weezing that turns off all other abilities as long as it's in the active spot of all of your opponent's Pokemon. So you can just super easy peasy ascend into this and just shut everything off. And then you've got Severe Poison for 1, Darkness. You poison them and you put 4 damage counters on. Super good card. And we've got 1 singular copy of the other Galarian Weezing. This one's from Chilling Reign. And you've got the Energy Factory ability. Every energy attached to your Weezing, every basic dark, counts as 2. So that'll help you ramp up late game when you're going into another attacker. Of course, as before, we've always got at least 1 copy of Galarian Moltres V with Dire Flame Wings. Attach a dark energy from the discard pile onto this Pokemon. And then you've got Aura Burn, 190, and it does 30 to itself. This has donk potential if you get like a Turbo Patch, an attachment, and the ability off in 1 turn. Pretty good. Continuing on, we've got 2 copies of Crobat V for the Dark Asset ability to draw cards until you have your handful of 6. And you actually can attack with Crobat in this deck with Venomous Fang for 2 energy, 70 damage, and you poison. Pretty good. What makes this clutch is the fact that we're actually going to play Crobat VMAX this time around. Stealth Poison, same damage, same attack cost as the Crobat V. You still poison them, but you also switch to another Pokemon. So the trick is, in the Lost Box matches, is Stealth Poison can KO a Comfey, and then you can switch back into your Galarian Weezing to turn off their abilities once again. And it's also got 300 HP, and Lost Box just really can't deal with big Pokemon, so keep that in mind. Last Pokemon, we do have a copy of Radiant Greninja just for the Concealed Cards ability. Discard an energy card, draw 2. This also helps with turboing your dark energies into the discard pile. Pretty straightforward on the Pokemon here. On to the supporters. We are rocking 4 copies of Research, discard your hand and draw 7. We've got 2 copies of Marnie, pretty straightforward. 2 copies of Boss's Orders for your gusting effects. Sorry for the glare, again, recording at work. And 1 copy of Roxanne. Late game, Roxanne into Weezing against Lost Box feels borderline oppressive. and I do really enjoy making that play late game. We've also got two copies of Training Court. Put energy cards from your discard pile back into your hand. A lot of other decks are also playing this, so you can also start using theirs. And then this could be just a discard fodder for you super early on. If they get theirs out, let it sit there. So for items, we've got 4 copies of Quick Ball, pretty straightforward. 3 copies of Ultra Ball. And the last Pokemon Searcher is an Evolution Incense. Instead of the 4th ball, this is more conservative compared to a Turbo Dark list. I would say this is more of a dark box, since you have different lines of play depending on what your opponent's matchups are. So you have a lot of different options, and you can completely disregard like Crobat VMAX and Weezing in some matchups. So just always just try to play it out in different ways. Back on the Weezing subject, though, we are playing 3 copies of Boost Shake. This will let you evolve turn 1 going first into getting a Weezing out in play. Also, if you're going second and you can't quite get an Ascension off, you can just Boost Shake into that as well. For more items, we've got 3 copies of Dark Patch instead of 4. Playing 3, you can always just Star Abyss to get these back. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Free energy cards from your discard pile. Feels pretty good. Additional damage modifier technically would be Choice Belt. Not every matchup needs the Choice Belt, but it does help out when you do need it. For mobility, we've got 2 copies of Air Balloon, 1 copy of Switch, 1 copy of Escape Rope. So you can just put these wherever you need to, move however you need to. And also, again, you can get them back. Limited copies of certain cards, just because we have Star Abyss to get them back. The last item here is going to be a Ordinary Rod. Because we are playing a thinner line of things like Moltres and Darkrai, you can always just shuffle them back into the deck and rinse and repeat. For energy, we're going to play 2 copies of Hiding Dark to give everything free retreat. Pretty good if it's attached to a dark Pokemon, so everybody except for Greninja will get free retreat if this is attached. Feels pretty good, and it also counts for your Darkrai damage and so on and so forth. And then we are playing 9 basic dark energy. Nothing too crazy. Again, a lot lower of a count compared to our normal Turbo Dark decks. This is definitely not a Turbo Dark. This is definitely like a Darkrai Weezing box. Could even potentially fit in things like Bird Keeper to be able to pivot around a little bit more if you wanted to change some of the supporter counts out. But that's pretty much it. This has an awesome Lost Box matchup. And of course, you've got the one-hit KO potential of Darkrai VSTAR against a whole bunch of other stuff. And just being able to like hit and run with Crobat VMAX into Lost Box feels super awesome. But that'll do it for the deck list. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Also, let me know what you want to see in the future. I'm definitely excited for Silver Tempest here at the end of the month for pre-release, so expect openings. And who knows whatever kind of decks we're going to be able to slap together with that set. Since it's the end of the Sword and Shield era, we might go back and revisit some old Vs and VMAXs, especially with the Lost Box engine. I might be thinking about reprofiling Dragapult, Jolteon, and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, let me know what you want to see down below. Still going to work on a Arc Gudra list, as well as Lost Dialga soon too, so keep an eye out for those. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me over on Twitch for some extra live streams. Hit me up on Twitter. All the socials, everything down below. But I'll see you in the next one. Much love, and peace out.